Hey there, guys. Good morning. Well, actually, it's afternoon now. I hope you guys are having a great Saturday. And Tracy went live kind of late last night. I think it was about 10:30 last night. And guess she's fixing up her new van slash future home. So let's see what she's doing.
I needed water anyway. Waiting for everybody to get in here. I'm hoping that I picked a good time for everybody to kind of meet up tonight. I ended my live earlier really quickly. I have little slipper shoes that have the rubber bottoms that I like to wear whenever I have to jump out and go next door. But my bed isn't made right now. It kind of came apart again last night and through the day. Bella loves it. She thinks it's the best thing ever. Yeah. And I was doing some craft things, so this kind of needs to be organized. I need to find a place for stuff, and I need to return the paints to my granddaughter because they're not mine. But I did get this closet hung up today, and it's hanging there pretty well. And instead of hangers, because they're so wide, they would have taken up so much room. Let me show you what I did. My daughter had got these shower curtain things, and they're really kind of look like jewels, so they're pretty. So I used those to hang up my clothing, so I can see what I have a little better. And it looks all roughly and pretty, so I'm not mad about it. Yeah, I kind of like it. Tomorrow I've spotted there's an old bed frame out here, and I'm thinking that just like it's like a day bed frame, so it's got the springs in the frame part, the box part. So I'm thinking if I use that, maybe I could build a frame for a bed in here and then have space under it to have storage too. So tomorrow I'm going to look at that and see what that's about. But I've got curtains all the way around now, except for the broken window. I need to figure that out. Right now I just kind of have an old cookie sheet I found that's about the right size here, so I could wedge it up in there, and I pushed the desk up against it. So at least you can't reach in. The lock on it's broke. So you can't reach in and pull the handle on it. And hopefully that's good. Before I had this big thick piece of wood we had a place that they did their own wood milling. And so I got this big thick piece of wood and I stuck it up against there. I put a padlock on the outside and I stored everything in here up against that thing. And it lasted 6 months without anybody breaking in. This wasn't running, so it was a good storage place, you know, as long as nobody could get through the window. I came back and never mind. That's past. But right now what I'm kind of doing is just figuring out where things have places. I'd like to keep a few craft things in here, and I like that there's a desk so that I can do my writing there, but the stove can't just stay on top of it or else it's useless. I would like my bed to kind of go down this way a little bit so that there's room to put a chair there. The propane bottle will have to sit up underneath the desk part. So I'm going to put like a bungee to hold it there so when I'm driving that thing doesn't move all around or roll everywhere. We're not doing that. I'm not going to be the practice subject. So I'm going to kind of make that space specific for like maybe a little box that can fit next to the propane tank so it doesn't move around in there, and I've got a place to store more things. And like if I have a little sweep broom or something like that, you don't want to store it in the drawers with other stuff. That would be better stored down there by them dirty propane tanks. I want to eventually change the curtains. See how dark this side is compared. See it? Look, it looks so blacked out. Oh my goodness. It looks like a depression box. So I would like it to more look like bright and not sad. Not sad. And look at my roof. It's kind of bright and fabulous too. I'm sorry, I touched buttons, and so if I sent you something, I didn't mean to. So right here, what I have is this old vanity. Oh man, I touched the dang buttons again. This old vanity right here. And since it's right up against the back doors, so like if I'm cooking something, it's a beautiful day, I don't have to breathe anything I shouldn't be breathing. No worries though, this does not have a window in it. It's just a trash bag taped over an open window so it doesn't mess up the new carpet. Too bad. But I think I can just undo this stove and set it down. And then that way I would have this up here as a writing desk. Maybe. That kind of looks a little low, doesn't it? We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. It'll be fine. Oh, and I forgot to show y'all. Over here, see there's like little cabinets at the top here. I haven't picked anything for in there. I was kind of hoping they would look at that plug in there and see how we make it activate. And then there's this, so I just kind of have my shoes up here. I mean, my TV stand. Y'all are sitting my shoe. Oh, man. Yeah, probably not the best idea I've ever had. And then over here, there's like bowls and plates and my water filter in case I need it. Things like that are in the cabinet. I don't know what's in the cabinet. Oh, shoot. Yep. Okay. I don't know what's in this one. Absolutely nothing yet. So these are made they make them weird. They're kind of made like a glove box. It's not like a square box. It's missing space up there. So they're kind of small cubbies. Oh, dude. Now I'm going to start getting a text. That's not cool. Alright. But this is what I'm doing tonight. My bed is really messed up. I wish that I had just a mattress or a one cushion type thing, but this is old cushions off of a couch all put in a sleeping bag. Bella ripped a hole in it over here. Yeah, she did. She was trying to make it comfortable, so she was kneading it. She approves of this bed. I do not. My back doesn't. So I'm going to hopefully make a frame, and that'll be a little bit more solid for it. It'll have a wall to be against and not the fender well that blocks the bed here. It kind of makes it turn. But if I build the frame above that, then it'll be flat against the wall instead of having that crook in it. Hopefully that fixes a little bit of my bed problem. Thank you so much. Thank you for the heart me. I'm working on it. It's just, I had to kind of be in it to picture where I would be, how much space me and Bella would take up to just live. And so, how much space I have for like a writing table and stove. I don't plan on picking a lot of people up. I plan on setting it up more like my apartment, and we're going on adventures together. If we meet somebody interesting, hopefully I have a driver and a passenger seat by then. But the back I would just like to have as my sanctuary space after not having any space. You know what I mean? Hi, Cam. Hello, everybody that has come in here. Welcome to my home. I am starting to figure it out a little bit. If you're just getting here, let me show you my closet today I made. See, I have up here, I'm going to have like my toothbrush and toothpaste in jars that hold it in here. So this cage around it will keep it from jumping out whenever I'm driving and moving. And I had to figure out the same thing for a closet because, when you're driving, everything will shift and shift and shift. I don't know if I'm going to be able to drive with this up here. This is all a test prototype. You're here with me for the journey. So I found this rack out of, trailers usually come with this. So I found this out in the back, just kind of discarded. And it had a few brackets, so I seen that I could hang it this way. And my daughter had picked up a bunch of these handy shower things. They kind of look like jewelry, so I thought they fit. And I hung everything on it. Anything that I didn't is going to go up there for my clothes. This side is like socks, underwear, bathing suit. And this side is linens. So I have some sheets that are clean for the van, for my bed, once I figure it out. Right now, me and my bed are not getting along. I'm waking up. I've got wrestling moves put down on this mattress to make it stop falling apart and sliding. Kind of feel like Hulk Hogan going on. Just wake up and I have that pillow in a headlock. You can't move. My shoulder is not healing good like that. But I'm going to unwrap all of this bed and kind of try to get it back together and down in there. And maybe I'm going to try it with the sleeping bag flipped over with the opening at the bottom that's holding all the cushions. And whenever we slide, it slides together instead of apart. I tried it the other way. We're just going to... Can't keep doing the same thing because you know what that causes. I don't yet have propane in here, so I'm not cooking in here yet. It was kind of a mock setup whenever I got here, and they said surprise. They had it sitting there. Like, she found this. It's got drawers. It has really deep drawers in it, so I can get like containers and section off things and like all crafts be in one drawer but separated in their own little boxes, or my writing pens can be in the same drawer with my silverware as long as I get those dividers in there. So we're just kind of working on where things go right now. The front, let me kind of give everybody new here a peek at the front. So, it is a little, alright, so I've kind of used it for storage, I'm sorry, but it's also being worked on. And so it does not have seats, and the cover is outside, but it's still being worked on. See over here? So it's coming along, and as long as I'm doing my little part back here, loving on it, I believe that'll grow. Are you? No, I am not on level ground. I am absolutely not. I am exactly where it was parked while they were working on it, and working on it didn't use level ground apparently. When they jack it up to put the tires on it, they're gonna need level ground. No, Nope, I'm just kind of sliding. And I'm going to be guesstimating everything by going by the window as my level point. And hopefully it's where the steel has it in there. And it's going to be the bottom of the window tomorrow whenever I build this bed is going to be my level point. Not the floor, not a leveler. I'm going to trust that they put the window in there level enough to use for a bed. I know the other way is going to be tricky. I don't know. It'll be scrap wood afterwards if we get it leveled out and it didn't work. But it has two windows side by side all the way down. So I can use the bottom of that window to drop my bed down into there. It would be nice to get a piece of foam insulation to put in that wall before I go putting my bed up against there for the winter. That's going to be some cold stuff right there. Yeah. So I'm going to pull the little short wall off of it. They already have it detached where it's pulling on and off. They never anchored it back in there. I'm going to pull it off and see how much it would take. I think it's only like one sheet would cover this whole thing except for the window part. And then I can work on getting window plug size. Probably out of the scraps of doing each part. But it looks like one full sheet will cover this. And I think that's probably the best idea before I go screwing 2x4s in here and locking that wall in. Because I'm definitely about to do that. I'm going to regain about an inch on each side whenever I do this. But I'm also going to make it a little bit heavier. All the scrap wood here is 2x4s, and I can't afford to go buy the 1x, so which would make the best little frame for these walls. We used them in the campers, so I don't see why they wouldn't work in here. Oh, you too. Thank you, Kenny. That's so sweet. No, yeah. Everybody is quite busy here with their own lives. Like, I jumped in the middle of routines and, like, things that are going on. And it's they have to do all the things. It's a young family, so, And my time is a lot of I get up and I do something and then I take a break. And then I get up and I do something and then I take a break. And I'm not like constant at being able to like go. And so I kind of step aside and come out here. So I love that I have my own little apartment space and that I can sit out here and look at what I want to do to it next, how I want to fix it up, or I've been in rides and I've had rides on the road, and so what have I learned? So that's what I need to figure out. I'd like to even you remember those little laundry hampers in the bathroom, and you have a door that just kind of pulls down and it closes and it just looks like it's a piece of the cabinetry, and so it keeps it stashed out of the way, and you can just like toss some things, deodorizers in there. Put it in a bag and wrap it up or something, but it's out of the way. You don't have to. I think I want to build something like that that's like a little hatch for my laundry to put away. Even if it's in a narrow space, if I could do that and the hatch will lay out enough, it won't be a big thing to pick up out of there if I put it in a bag, you know. Now, getting it out, I'm going to need a hanger if I forgot the bag. Yeah. I've got ideas, so let's see if I can figure them out. I think I might center that thing over to that side a little bit more, because this is the door that opens independently first. You have to open this one first. And so I think maybe putting that off to the side so that, you know, there's a little bit of a walkway or a storage space on the open side. It's easy to grab things from one side or the other to pull it in or out. Oh no. Hi, Misty Mama. Oops. Why did I... See, I'm always touching buttons. But I love this how it turned out for my little closet. And then if I want it, I get to see how I feel that day. Do I feel like I'm really like a fairy or more dramatic, you know? So I get to see it and I like that. Yeah, and if I feel like I run across somebody that needs something, I could, you know, have a space where I can just be like, hey, you want to come in and pick something? I would like to do that, have a little clothing closet, a clothing exchange. I mean, yeah, clothing, like, where you can just pick up some clothes. It's a lot of weight, but I can kind of keep some things. Especially if I build a bed that has storage underneath it, then I can have little boxes in there that I keep different things to either my things or to donate things. Yeah. I do too. I do too. I think it's starting to come along. I think I don't like the dark side though. I mean, I love the dark side, guys. Don't catch me on that. I mean that, you know, it's not as vibrant. And I kind of like, see, look how vibrant. And look how vibrant. It makes you happy to see it. After I get all this stuff put up, I'm going to go around and make tissue paper roses and get vines and put them all up around it and stuff. Little by little, I'll do things to it. We'll see. As I go, I still am on the... I haven't seen it move out of the driveway yet. But I also haven't put in too much work to it yet. I've been doing a lot of resting. That was exhausting, that whole trip thing. Oh, my dude. Oh, man. Oh, that was not going to work out. Let me put that back here. That whole trip was so... Oh, man. I wouldn't wish that on somebody. I wouldn't wish having to that's the way you have to exist. I wouldn't, not on somebody. not on purpose. Oh man, that is exhausting. Whoa. See, the van is parked where it is not downhill or downhill. It is parked where it's downhill, so it's like you fall to the driver's side. You don't even fall down the middle. You're kind of going to a corner here. I put up curtains all the way around it too. And this corner right here, see, it's got to have its seatbelt in it. No matter what, it has to have the seatbelt in it. So I take this, both of the curtains, the one from the doorway and the one from where the driver and passenger cab is, and I clip it together like that so I have more privacy in here. Everything is like all the way around. It's kind of, it feels like more of a my space, an apartment space now with it closed off like that. At least at nighttime. During the daytime, I have everything wide open. I have every single window open. I have all of the curtains pulled up. I think tomorrow I'm going to try to do this bed thing, but it's also going to be a little bit difficult because, you know, the level of the van is going to matter in how level the build is, I think. I'm going to go off the bottom of the window and we'll see if that'll turn out a pretty level bed. I found enough wood already, and I found the frame that the bed goes on, and it's got a good spring on it, so if I just get a foam mattress, I still get the spring give to it. And so and it's pretty narrow, so it'll only fit a twin bed. And so I think that's going to be my frame that the mattress goes on. And I'm going to build a wooden frame up against the wall here to keep the wall from crushing in and to support the frame on one side. It'll be the legs for that side. And then hopefully I can get it to level in the middle by using that method. If I do it right, yeah. I can see it working. It's going to work. If not, I have to pull 2 legs off and fix it. It'll be fine. Okay, hi, Rudy. Hi, Tommy. I guess I missed a few people while I was gabbing along. Look, there's Hot Chili Pepper. Thank you so much, Sandy Lee. Oh, there's a lot of people in here that I've seen a few times. And Red Hot Chili Pepper's been in here a lot, helping and supporting me with the stickers and the loves. Tommy's been hanging around off and on. I've seen you. But Miss Rita and Kit Kat and Alan and Nola and everybody is gone right now. I've been trying to catch everyone all day long, but I want to show them my progress too, since they've been hanging around for so long. Did you see this? Let me get the light. It won't work without that. See, check this out. I put up this little rack up here. And it's going to hold like my toiletries. So if I have a shower or bathroom thing, I just got to reach in and grab my stuff to be able to go take a shower. And then down here, we made a closet, a hanging rack. And we used These shower things my daughter picked up. She had 2 sets of them. And so we kind of just hung everything by it. I figured even the things I have to sit across it, those rollers will keep it from creasing too hard. I'm really proud of that. And that I have curtains up everywhere. So a little bit of privacy. Pretty cool. We still have to put there's a cover that goes around this one, and it does have a door that goes over it. It's sitting up in the driver's seat right now because it's not put back up here. I was hoping to see there's no insulation up there. That's just the fiberglass roof. So I was kind of hoping that I could get insulation to put in there before we closed it back up. But it also has a door that shuts on it, so everything in the cubbies will stay there while we're riding. All this will stay here because they're on like a swivel. I took a rubber band and I went around each one of them so they don't... Oh, I left a few just for demonstration. See these ones without that rubber band? And whenever you knock them, they just kind of pop off. But these ones with the rubber band, if you knock them, it doesn't pop off. I put the hooks to the wall side because my hair is fluffy and it grabs everything. Everything is a danger if it reaches out. So I have to watch out for my hair. I know I'm going to do this. It's not on top of my head because I'm as tall as the roof is. So I have to lower my ponytail inside. Thank you so much, Rocky. Yeah, I'm starting to like it. I didn't like that my clothes were taking up so much room. So the ones that are cloth still, like this is underwear, socks, and bathing suits. That stuff I'm going to be able to put up here with this and consolidate all the cloth ones. Even the linens, like the fresh sheets and things, I'll be able to put up here with that. And that'll give me extra cubbies to store things like living with things. And that's always a bonus. I've been trying to think of ways like the big windows on the side, they don't open up. Only the little slot at the bottom opens up. So to me, that's a lot of wasted space. And it should have like some kind of railing in it that could hold things, like maybe a tiny planter box type looking thing, but not with plants in it because it's about to be winter and I'm not trying to kill everything. I'll do that whenever spring comes back. When spring comes back, I'm going to have plants in here, not just plastic ivies, which I am definitely not lying about that I'm about to put in here. As soon as I can get extra money to do these things, it's in the plans. It's not something I'm doing today, obviously. I need more important things like for it to run. But the things that I do have, I'm kind of working with, and stuff that's just kind of laying around that nobody's using. I'm going, hey, are y'all using this? Hi, Kit Kat. Are you sitting down? No. Wait, we need the suspenseful music. Dun, dun, dun. So check it out. You weren't in here whenever I showed it. I have a rack up here. Look, it's pretty sturdy up there. Look at that. Rah. Rah. I have a leg up in it. Rah. But it's pretty sturdy. And it's gonna hold like my toiletries. So like I'm gonna have little jars up here, like mason jars, so I can put my toothpaste and toothbrush and stuff in one, and things will stay up here because it's got this rack on it. So whenever I'm driving, it won't slide off everywhere. I was thinking maybe using the top one for like seasonings and spices, but then I was like, how inconvenient would that be to have to do that when the kitchen's all the way in the back here? So I'm just gonna have to figure that out back here. So this is free to be my hold it all rack. Hi, Debbie. Yeah, do you see this? That's my closet. I have a closet. Look, I put all the things on it. Now whenever I wake up in my bed here, you see who's got the bed. She even has the pillow. So whenever I wake up in my bed, I can look over and go, what kind of day do I feel like I'm going to have today? And dress accordingly. And all my pretty things are out there. I love my pretty things. Yeah. I do have some other stuff like sweatpants and t-shirt, and looks like this is a long sleeve t-shirt. Another pair. This pair of leggings I wear under my jeans whenever it starts to get cold, though, because they're really will stop the wind, and so I really like those. I'm not getting rid of them, and they have secret pockets in the thigh, so they're one of my favorite pairs. Over here, this is a sweater that makes me feel like I'm a living teddy bear or being hugged by a teddy bear whenever I wear it. So if it's cold out, I like to sleep in that one. I need to clean this up. There's a bunch of arts and craft supplies on top, and I'm going to clean it up. I promise that's where I'm headed next. But look, I have no pile of clothes. Yeah, check me out. I've been working on it. Tomorrow I'm going to work on making a bed frame. Tonight I still have to wrestle my sleeping bag in these 3 cushions that keep separating on me. I woke up and had one of the cushions in a headlock because it kept making a space, and I kept falling through the space, and I'm like, no, I will get sleep. And man, I woke up and my shoulder was like, no, you're not. You can't be doing that. I felt like, Hulk Hogan or Crocodile Dundee, maybe. It's starting to look better, but I love my dark side. It's not what I'm saying. So, but see how this is kind of, and then if you look at it from this direction, oh wait, here, the light's going to help all this. Then you look at it from this direction and you're like, brightness. And then you look at it from this direction. Wait, the light. Oh, the light doesn't even help it that much. See, darkness. And I think I like the brightness better. It makes me happy anyway. So, and look at the ceiling is so bright, and oh, I'm not good at this, am I? And so I want to kind of go with a brighter theme. Ooh, that light was being tricky there. If I don't get it on there right, then it ends up, ouch. All right. Then it ends up dropping down on the bed, and I caught Bella with it earlier, and it hit her in the butt, and I'm like, oh no, this is not great. So I stopped doing that. Stopped just putting it up there and letting go of it. The magnet does not always get the little clip right. Misty's man is home, or my daughter's man is home. Yeah, it's starting to work out. Now, right now, this is what I've got going on. I kicked all this off the bed so that way I could wrestle this thing, see how it's kind of like that. But it's because that fender well is right there. And so I think I need to move this down and push it up against here again and get rid of that fender well in it. But it's not really like it sounds, though, because the last time I did that, I woke up almost in the driver's seat where there's no seat there. It's just open. But where the pedals and stuff are, that's where the sleeping bag was just slipping me right down there. That's how unlevel it is right now. But it's still better to keep it flat and straight, I believe. Even if I slip down there is fine. So that's what I'm working on right now, is I'm going to straighten up my bed, move it down here, and hopefully get it to straighten back up and get back in that sleeping bag tighter so it doesn't have a gap where my butt falls. I might even restack them in there differently. It seems like this fluffy one in the middle is my problem. And so if I put it all the way down at the bottom, it won't have room to move. And I think that's going to be how I fix this. Bella tore my sleeping bag because she was doing that nesting thing where you make it soft, and she didn't stop. And then the chickens walk in my door because, of course, the yard is right there, and that's where the chickens are. One of them, I was on live earlier. One of them jumped in my van for the 4th or 5th time, and it laid an egg on the pillow next to me while I was on live. That's how close I am with these chickens. Now, if those roosters would stop coming to the door and going, woo, woo, woo. Hi, Cece. Eventually, I have hopes that it will have seats, a battery, propane tank. I have a tank. I just need to put propane and put it in here. And a bed. I'm going to work on the bed frame tomorrow. I hope it was christening my car with breakfast. I kicked it out like 4 times. I'm telling you, I was so mean. Get out of my van. And every time it was going for... You see how this pillow's got this little button cushion thing there? And it goes down. So this chicken's like, oh, it's a nest. It's the fancy kind of nest. That's the best kind of... I will use this nest. And I'm like, get out of my van. And so I pushed it out of the van, or I'd shake something, and it would get out of the van. And it did it on the fifth time I was on live, and I had my back to the pillow right next to me. And she jumped in from the back door and jumped right in that thing and didn't make a damn noise until she laid that egg, and she was like, pop, 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 pop. And then I looked back there, and there's this wet egg right there in the middle. I didn't even see her till she laid the egg, and I was shooing her out, and then I seen the egg there, and I was like, she was moving in. She's now my bunkie. She can raise her kids with me and stuff. I'm a grandma. I don't want, every day is a lot of time to raise chickens. And I brought it inside, and my granddaughter, I was like, you can't eat that egg. And she's like, oh, I can. All right, then you just eat the egg, then. I don't care. Oh, this bed is the vein of my existence right now. I need a good night's sleep, and it's not. I'm exhausted wrestling with this thing in the middle of the sleep pattern. I will figure this out. I will figure this out. So, what if I go to Lowe's and I don't have to get carpet? It's got new carpet in here, but you know that really fancy padding? What if I just like replace under the carpet with that really good padding, and I just make the whole damn bed my floor, the whole floor my bed, and I sleep on in the sleeping bag on it, and then that helps insulate it as well. Yeah, I think this is one of the better ideas I've had recently. Okay, I have to put rubber backing on it. Or I could use double-sided sticky tape with plastic barrier. Okay. Oh, I'm lagging? I mean to. Oh my goodness. Oh. Yeah, life is being able to stretch out a little bit in here and not have to always have the weight of pulling or lifting or, oh man, that was a lot of work. I do not envy. That is not a way that I want to experience a second hand of. I'm glad I did experience it though, because it lent me to a more understanding. And I understand now that that's a tough job. And whoa, dude, just thinking about it exhausts me. I really hope this van thing works, because I don't want to do that again. I still have to find a place that's like where I can keep. I do have a place. Oh, my shoulder. Oh, I should have put the papers in there. I didn't mean to take those back. I want to show y'all these. So I was going through over the camper the other day, and I ran across all these pictures, and it was like, let me find number one. Alright, so this is whenever I was married and I just had a baby, and she was born in 91. Look, don't I look like a... I'm still trying to figure out what is going on. Let's see, this one goes this way. Don't I look like a baby there? This is after I got to see her, after her grandparents had her. This is when I was like, I think 32. Isn't that cool? I don't have a lot of pictures left. If I could get into my photo bucket and my MySpace, then I would have all my pictures from that I had from childhood. I believed this system. Let me go put this back. I love that these drawers, even driving, these drawers won't just shift open. They're like heavyweight drawers. So you kind of have to give them a good tug for them to come out. So they won't just shift open when I'm driving. So I really want to keep this. These drawers are kind of invaluable in here, the space that they create. This window is still out. I just found a big cookie sheet and I wedged it in the window there and then put the desk up against it, and hopefully that works out. If not, I've got a can of spray glue and I'm going to use it like mace. I like the closet too. I like how bright it is, and it's making me really want this all to be brighter and to find like materials that'll make it more my inspirational vibe, and less my I need to think about it and I'm going into the cave and I may not be back for a day or two. Yeah, I think it's going to work out, and I'm going to work my style into it. You know, once I find things that I can use, or I get funds after we get the important things like the battery, the driver's seat, the passenger seat. Unless I just happen to run across like somebody that's giving it away almost free. But I like this right here is just a piece of material that's cut out. And see, it's all frayed and stuff. So it's just there temporarily to make sure that I have some kind of privacy and security. It doesn't look too bad unless I point it out. A little bit at a time, I'll start pulling those things down and putting up things that more represent how I would like my vibe. I am almost cooking with the idea that it would just make sense to get carpet padding and put it underneath this carpet that's really nice. And then that way the whole floor is padded and I could just sleep there. I don't think sleeping on the floor is great, though. You have to get up and down. And right now I've got a place that I can stand up in. So it really would be nice to have a bed that meets me part way. You know, not have to get all the way on the floor all the time with my back. Oh no. I just got... What am I doing? I'm showing y'all my house. My dude. Alright, I sent in an appeal and I put, for what? Showing my house? So, I don't know. If they're gonna be smart asses with me, though, I'm gonna be smart asses back. I do not comply to this. So all of the paints that are in here are my granddaughter's. I think I'm going to sit them in this fender well so I can just pull them out easy in the morning and bring them back. Oh, we were trying to see if I was a painter, and I'm not. We also tried to see if I could sculpt things or like use... It's like chalk, but it's not putty. It's like plaster stuff and make things, and I did kind of. And then it all turned to chalk once it dried, so it didn't matter. It just disintegrated. I'm putting all of these paint things down here. Almost all of this craft stuff is my daughter's or my granddaughter's, and trying to get me to do artsy things, but my artsy things don't come out like this. Oh man, and that stuff is falling everywhere. I can't keep it up. Oh man, that was bad too. But now I have a whole bundle of construction paper. So I'm going to figure out something to do with all this construction paper while I'm here. And we'll see. We'll see what I do. Maybe I'll make some artsy things and just like use them for on here. I'm not very good at it though, so you'll just have to wait and see if I can do something about it. If not, I know that the kids will use it. That's why there was none here and I had to get it. Oh, all the paintbrushes fell. One of the paintbrushes broke. Oh no. I was using this to paint the things on. Oh no. No, don't do it. Don't do it. You're gonna do it anyway. Alright. See, this needs to go in the laundry pile in the front. And it looks like I definitely broke one of the paintbrushes here. I think super glue might fix that, and the 9-year-old will never notice that I did it. Yeah. She was showing me how to do this painting where you put a whole bunch of colors into a cup and then you let all the colors kind of settle on the canvas and you lift the cup up and it goes swoosh and all the colors stay kind of separate but blend as they go out, and you kind of tip the canvas so that it goes over the edges there. She watched so many videos before she tried this. I think that it takes a different kind of paint, and her washable paints aren't the best ones to do it with. And then this other one you take you take a straw and you just kind of blow on your paint and it makes it spread out and fan out and do kind of flowers. I'm being taught painting by a 9-year-old. She has really good ideas, though. She's looked at a lot of them. Yeah, she's interested in so many different things. And her mom is too, so they're a lot alike in that they have a lot of common art interests. You'll see, mine will come out as I fix the inside of this up. You'll see mine come out then. Mine is just more 3D. Well, I guess that is too. It's a different kind of art. It's just different. Maybe not as widely accepted, I guess. I don't know. Should be. If I succeed, then it should be. I think it's gonna be fine. I'm gonna do this just fine. I even have an idea for the front of these drawers. See, kind of the veneers are coming off there. But I have an idea. I ran across something while I was at the Dollar Tree, and I think it's going to make that whole thing brightened up and look better. We're going to refurbish it, but like me and not like it was. Maybe like a can of spray paint to get the sides down, but the front, I'm going to put patterns on it. I was talking about just making squares and then making a patchwork curtain set so that everything is in the same tones. I can't stand up anymore. I got a sudden burst of energy tonight and it's gone. I'm tired now. I love how that looks, and it's right across from my bed. I can't wait until after I succeed at building this little laundry hamper and getting some shelves. Maybe a bed frame, maybe. It would definitely be cool to go ahead and insulate the wall before I build a bed frame up against the wall and lock it in. I don't have a clue why I'm on restriction this time, guys. Alright, well, I've been on for at least an hour now. I did the puzzle piece. I love y'all. Thank you for coming in. If you would like to help out, there are always these stickers in here. You could grab a heart me at the top if you'd like to follow along with this journey and see her start running and get us back out on the road, telling the word how it is, and waking other people up on our journey and running into those that we're meant to touch on our path. Trying to spread some hope and some light back out there while having a little apartment that I ride around in this time, and not so much a rolling backpack or I don't know. I didn't really do the backpack very well. I had a rolling suitcase that worked out better. But we'll see how it all turns out. I'm going to go to bed now. It's 10:30 here. I love you guys for coming in. If you want to donate, please do. You can stop by and check out my bio by touching that picture right there, and that will lead you to how to directly donate. Thank you for all of these likes that you've already gifted me, and everybody that has sat here and caught up for a minute. I am excited about the future, so I'm going to be back tomorrow. It's Saturday, so I can do coffee on Saturday, so I'll be back in the morning tomorrow. I don't watch the kids on Saturday morning. Well, not this Saturday morning anyway. Thank you so much for that, heart me. It does help me out at the end of the week on Wednesday. We get to collect the funds that are given here on TikTok. So if you get the stickers or you get the heart me's, it really isn't all that much, but it makes a big difference to us. What time? I'll be on in the morning and I'm going to come on in the afternoon. We're just going to keep working on this thing, and I'll keep everybody updated as I'm going. I seen a pile of wood. I found a frame of a day bed that used to be something, but it's got the frame, it's got the nice bouncy springs in the middle of it. And so all I have to do is make it some legs and build a frame up against the wall here. We'll see if I can figure it out. I have to find screws and things like that. Okay, I'm gonna be keeping everybody updated. It looks like the family is off this weekend. I might even be going to a flea market and then a spring with the family earlier in the day. But I will be here for coffee in the morning, and then I will be here in the afternoon. I haven't decided, because if I stay here, I get to go take a bath and relax and have some time to myself, figure out how I'm going to build this bed thing or how I'm going to fix up the next thing with whatever I find around. I'm just going to have fun with it. We're just going to play with it and see what happens. Even if it's not the right way, it'll look nice. I do this a lot. I've been fixing up houses that look like dumps forever. And even my daughter, whenever she became an adult and moved out, she's like, how did you always make those places feel like home? How did you always make them look and feel like a house, a home? And I was like, I don't know. I just didn't want us to feel like we didn't have the nice things. So I brought the nice things in there by just fixing things or really things where I just used a sheet over the window with a curtain that I would pick up at the thrift store, you know. Things like that. It would just be replacing things that I had to use temporarily with the things that I would find that were more along what I wanted. You'll see. I'm going to work this out too. And we're going to take this sideways blanket down, and I'd like to make that look more homey instead of homey, you know. It'd be nice to have that as a spare blanket, though. It's a nice warm blanket. I've had that for many years. My sister gave it to me. And so that's a good blanket for me to have once I have a curtain or something I like to put up there. I'm going to put up a curtain rod there because that's between the driver's cab and the apartment side. And I'm going to have it on sliding things so that I can tie it back while I'm driving, but at night I can have it draped down. A lot of little improvements that need to be made, but right now it's coming along slowly but nicely. I haven't had to buy this stuff, so it's working out. And some rest. Ooh, I need to get a drink of water. Oh, thank you so much for the gift. I hope you're feeling better, and I will talk to you tomorrow about it. I'm going to be on twice tomorrow. In the morning with coffee, because I have tomorrow morning off, so I can go grab my coffee and come right out here back to bed. And then I'll just turn live on with y'all, and you can have coffee in bed with me. This makes me feel so much better about this, like that I can make it feel more like home and less like a box truck. It's going to need to be original if I'm going to live in it. It's just going to need to be that way. Everybody always says I have too much stuff. I agree. The people on the road, they always, yeah, I agree I do, but it's not like whenever I have this many pretty things, I'm not trying to gift it to everybody that doesn't have pretty things. I just wear them in the meantime. I like to get the bright colored dresses and then go out to a gathering and pass them out to everybody and brighten up the whole gathering. I love y'all. I'll see you tomorrow. Say goodnight, Bella. She's gonna have to get off my pillow. I can't fix the bed with her there. She's way too heavy for me to move. She knows it too. She's like, I'm asleep. Leave me alone. She's accepted that this is our house. So when she's let out of the trailer, the house, then she comes running straight out here. She knows this is our house. That feels good that she has a good place to come back to. Thank you guys. I love y'all.